We love to. We accept. Yes, we accept. That's why we say every Atithi is
Atithi Devo
Deva. So it
Bhava.
is Atithi
Right.
Devo Bhava. And I believe that strongly myself.
Beautiful. I loved the story. I liked it so much. And the fact first of all, I told you that I felt some positive aura from you. You felt spiritual since the beginning and since the moment I sat in here. That's
India's first educational talk show.
Hello everyone. Welcome to EdTalk India on behalf of National Education Forum. Today we have with us Dr. Miyami Shome. Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
How
Hello.
are you, ma'am? First of all.
Just doing great. I think Calcutta is witnessing wonderful winters.
Oh, thanks.
Some good opportunity to wear, really heavy warm woolens, which is little different from the last years.
Okay.
I'm enjoying it.
You're
truly.
enjoying it. So the end is going well.
Very well.
Very well. Very well. So before jumping into the questions, I would like to hear your story first, ma'am. So I can indulge in it.
Okay, wonderful. I mean, first of all, when I talk about, just starting off, very basic.
Yes.
Um, I'm born in India,
All right.
and my birthplace
That's where the
was
core.
yes. That's where I feel a belonging today of my country.
Right.
I've been born and brought up in India,
All right.
but after my high school education, you can say even until undergraduation,
All right.
which I did, beyond Bengal. So we were never born and brought up in West Bengal.
Okay.
Our ancestral home is Shillong,
Okay,
Meghalaya.
wow. Between the clouds.
Between the clouds,
Right.
Meghalaya.
Right.
And I had the opportunity of doing a part of my schooling in St. Mary's Shillong.
Okay, okay.
That probably did not best fit. The name did not fit because of my schooling,
Okay.
but it fit best because my name was given by my grandfather, and
Okay.
he is well known. He was well known surgeon of Geelong,
Okay.
Dr. B.C. Shome.
So did they have a meaning in mind?
Yes, he was a fond reader of Somerset Maugham's books.
Okay.
And he thought the best name that he could fetch out of, beyond all the Hindu names, I think he best fit those British colonial areas and, his views, his opinion. He said, this should be Miami. And I think I bloomed from there.
No, even the pronunciation is so unique.
Yes,
Because
okay.
on the first view, no one will think it of Miami. It's too unique.
Thank you,
It's really
appreciate.
great.
So then the schooling went on, and I think we were very much embracing the good, the childhood memories that I have in MP, in Andhra Pradesh, in Madhya Pradesh, Bihar. I was born in Dhanbad.
Okay, so you're familiar with Bihar also?
Not familiar at all. I was just born, so I really haven't smelled the soil of Bihar.
Oh my.
But then I schooled in Hyderabad from my primary
Great.
to the high school. Then we moved on to different places. The reason why we kept moving to different locations until we standardized from the middle school to higher education was majorly because of my father's occupation. He was a scientist, first of all, from the Indian School of Mines, Dhanbad, and he retired as a very senior director position of Singareni Collieries Company Limited, which is Coal India Limited, part of the state enterprise. So childhood was fantastic memories, and I have a lot of friends still. My batchmates who are living.
Making friends while you were traveling?
I never had. I mean, even if you look at even my we are three children to my parents. So we are two sisters and one brother.
All right.
So all of us had fantastic schooling, we had no problem socializing.
Okay.
Because
Very outgoing.
usually Coal India Limited have multicultural
Okay.
communities,
Okay. So
and
you were
we
familiar.
are familiar with
Yeah.
all this and very familiar with
It was
different types
easy
of
to talk
yeah.
to people.
I think people are raised extroverts when you mix in multicultural
I
society.
personally think so.
They've
Those
spent
people
times.
felt like family.
I felt there was a huge common aspects
Mm.
of cultural
You felt connected.
actual cultural connections with India. um, and I felt a strong connection. I don't know, maybe I believe, today I believe that maybe I was there in my past birth. I'm not
Oh no
sure.
no you
There
can.
might have been some pull.
This is not some fantasy or fiction at all.
No, not
There
at
are
all.
some places you may feel connected to
Yeah.
without even knowing it.
I
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was lovely knowing your story all along. Let's dive more into your career. So, I would like to know more about your career. What inspired you being in this path?
Okay, just after my, the decision when I took after my undergraduation,
Yes.
I went with a friend of mine who had an interview call with Mahindra Desins in Bangalore.
Okay.
And we were staying together. And we were spinsters, we were not married at that time, very young girls.
Okay.
I remember, the scooties that people drive today,
Yeah.
and they were very new at that point of time. I'm 1970 born.
Okay, 70.
70 born. So I remember her telling me, why don't you come with me? We were roommates, we were friends.
Okay.
And I said, okay, that's nice. And she got an interview call, we went there. The first debut, my entry into the hotel there, I had no idea about hotels.
Okay.
I had no whatsoever ideas about anything. I really dreamt to be a doctor, honestly.
Okay, so
I
you wanted to be a
completely dreamt
doctor.
to be a doctor.
Completely different paths.
Completely different path, and I always would ask my parents that I would love to be a gynecologist, and my father was planning that I
You
could
still give the vibe of a doctor.
yeah, of a doctor. And I'm a person who's very soft and sensitive.
Okay.
And I could not just stand people suffer from long harsh diseases.
Okay,
And I cannot. I wanted to be one of them.
Yes.
Give cure. And
Doctor
my father said,
is-
"You want to be a doctor?" I said, "Very much. I want to be a doctor." But then this entire thing was such a turnaround. I went with my friend. She was called for an interview, and it so happened that she didn't get selected. I escorted her, and the front office manager noticed me. Probably he saw something different in me, and he saw it as a best fit or tailor-made
And
fit.
once again, the vibe, the aura,
The
it
aura.
attracts.
And he called me and he said, "Would you like to work?" And the thought of working and earning something, in those
That's
days
what-
it did not matter much about, parents were so strict. Say you're not going to earn until you finish your education. And my parents were strict about it. And we knew that education has to be complete. But somehow I pursued, I lied, I did not tell my father that I got a chance. I said, why not rock it up? Just see if I could start feeling that I'm a working person.
Yes, self-independence.
Yeah, I brought my friend back. I took her to a beautiful joint in Bangalore. In those days, Bangalore was really, even today.
Even
Bangalore
today,
Bangalore is it was still very stylish city.
It's still
And
very
it's very
expensive.
trendy and very nice. So I treated her to a beautiful, in those days it was not pizza, but the best were the dosas, masala dosa.
Still are.
And still.
Masala, the butter.
Yeah, the butter masala
yeah.
dosa and ice creams. And I said, please do not be upset with me. I think the job was for
The
me.
confession.
And that was a true confession and
That's
testimony.
right.
So
Good
the
confession.
hotel career that I started from there,
So the main thing was
it was the start of hospitality for me. I went on working, moving from one hotel to another.
So what was the job that you were
Successively.
offered?
I was offered in the front desk where I did the maximum number of errors. I was given
You were learning.
900 rupees month basic salary, where I would get 600 in my hand. I would rush to the HR manager and say why my money would get deducted, and he laughed and said, "Miami, be a smart learner, your money gets deducted because you do wrong billings. So I learned that being in front office, you have to be very careful about bills.
So everyone has done that
And
labor
that
work.
same girl, that is me, worked in hotel industry, I think for a tenure of 35 years, ended up being
Even
a
you
general
didn't plan it.
manager. No more errors, no more errors. I knew that this is where I need to be very smart, you know.
Yeah.
And I moved from places to places, hotels to hotels. I worked with Radissons, I worked with larger groups. I ended up being a general manager of big group
So
of
you were so
companies.
good at your work that you were like,
No,
I
I
need to
had
do it.
no turning back. And then when my father asked me, say
Yeah, did you
after
not
2
get
years,
bored?
he said, "You said you wanted to be a doctor." I said, "Dad, that I need to, I need to think about it again. I'm just fine with this career." After 15 years, when I was operations manager in a hotel, my father said, this is no more time to ask you if there's anything that you would like to change in your career. He said, don't leave hotel industry. You are just doing fantastic. Because every place I was positioned in the hotel industry, whichever destination, my first responsibility would be to settle myself at work and myself personally and get my parents there so that they can have a feel of what I'm enjoying or my privileges.
So it was not about
and
you.
it was not about that. So my father knew that I'm made to be a hotelier, and that's it. That's what he liked the most.
Maybe
in
doctorate
everybody.
intrigued you, but that's where you meant.
Yes, that intrigued me,
So
and I
that's how
think
you
that is
got
a personal goal to say that okay, I've done my doctorate. Now I'm racing a race that even at this age I'm thinking I must do Master of Philosophy, and people say you're crazy.
No, it's-
Why are you running behind education? You had enough, and I would say no.
It's not about education.
I don't want any academic books left
Yeah.
before I leave this plane of earth. I would feel satisfied I've done everything that
Every
is required.
research, every
Yes.
knowledge has to be.
So that was my great career. I've done that both in domestically and international.
You can do as many degrees, as many
things
yes,
as
as
I
many
want
you
to.
want. Even if you don't do degrees, you can read as many books you want. The whole library is yours.
Right. I am a bookworm right from childhood, and I love it, and I love spending more time on my desk rather than spending time which is like keep it valuable or do something nice. I think I'm of that sort. If I'm not studying, if I'm not on my desk, I'm too busy counseling somebody. I'm too busy motivating another youth.
So you also like counseling?
Yes, I do a lot of counseling, and I've done a lot of motivational leadership sessions with corporates and many institutions.
So is it like giving speeches?
Yes, I've been invited as guest speakers with ICL India Cement Limited, with IHLs across the country, Brainwave University last year, September 13th.
Okay, you went there.
Yeah, they invited me as a guest speaker to speak to this. So I think I love advocating, empowerment.
How many people have you counseled, if I may ask? Or how many
Can I tell you how many?
Yeah, no, just a rough number. So that
Outnumbered, I think I might have counseled over 100, I think 2000 and above.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You are the perfect person to ask. So, can I ask? I would love to dive into the next question.
Sure.
All right, ma'am. So, since you have been counseling over 2000 students by now, that you have even lost the count yourself.
Yes, I have
So,
lost
I
the
would like to ask you, what are the most common challenges that you have seen with these students or young entrepreneurs, professionals?
Like I said, Gen Z, the generation of today, we the challenges are not what we had before in our times. I'm 1970 born, so we were more receptive to whatever were the norms and whatever were the patterns of the society or our families or education system. So we were very obedient with everything, and we knew the meaning of time, allocating time to things. So we also knew value of career progression, but the value was not about just being careeristic. Our options were mainly defined into certain career options where people would people would put that under domination of other careers, like you be an engineer, you be a doctor, you be this, then you are in higher career, you be in government jobs,
Yeah.
you're in higher career.
So it was like they
So
had a goal.
it had a hierarchical option, and most families and communities had that in them. So, but then you see, I'm different.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a doctor, but I'm a hotelier,
Yeah.
and today I'm an educationist.
And you're also a
And I'm also
counselor.
a counselor.
You're a motivational speaker.
Yeah, so that
You're
has
having
changed.
so many hats.
That is the real reason why changes in generations can bring you to a lot more opportunities.
Right.
They can be a lot more progressive. So
Right.
today's youth face challenges, not what we faced. Taking a decision, or you can call it their challenges. The challenges of today's youth are, you know, they know what career options they can choose, they know where they want to be, but it is the mindset, the adaptive nature to the current trends
Right.
takes time. Why they are taking time? Because they need to learn how to be resilient. They are receptive, but they also are trying to fight back between what they want and what today's current trend is offering them.
Yeah.
So I think counseling has become very important in today's youth, because in our times counseling did not have much importance,
Yeah.
because we knew what we had to do, because we were guided.
You were
we
guided
we
more
were guided,
maturely.
and we were guided, and we knew how to listen to. But today, the challenges are counseling has become a very important integral part of giving every youth a direction.
Right.
That means
Mostly like career counseling.
mostly like career counseling, or allowing them to search what best options uh, they can have for their future.
Right.
Because nowadays careers are also wide.
Too
They
many.
are too many.
Too many careers.
So choice can be as many, but what needs to do is to steady their mindset and to ensure that they are not having just goals of making money, but
They
career
actually
can
do the
give
work.
them a big progress in their life, which they want to succeed. They want to succeed. So today's thirst is more about branding themselves, more about positioning themselves in a society where people
It
would
is
know
not
them.
about the knowledge.
So it's more about the transformation mindset that today's youth
I think
face
it's more about the
challenges.
show off.
Yeah, and technology driven.
Right.
Technology driven,
Right.
automated driven.
Like they do. I don't think people even script or write diaries anymore.
No. They, because AI, Gemini, AI, many
No matter how
is
many
doing
AIs,
everything.
AIs come.
Yeah.
But even if you can't prompt the AI, right, it won't work.
It won't work for you.
Yeah.
So the desk part of the work is limited to those who still keep it as a passion. But most believe in, just voicing their interest or going with the flow. I think that's what is today's challenge. If you would tell me that.
So it is mostly fighting their inner demons.
It is. And I think, today's success has many colors.
Yeah.
So if any youth has faced success, they have many stories to say.
Surely.
Right.
They will have.
Yeah,
Because
they will have.
every
So,
single person has a different
yeah,
type
so
of.
it has many, because they were challenged during their success on building their inner strengths more concrete and bringing them out to the open. So leadership was mostly transformation.
Right. And in your generation, mostly you were guided properly.
Yes.
You were given the like.
We
are
believed
there.
we believed in mentorship.
Right.
We believed in mentorship. Our mindset was we.
Like, you will listen to your elders.
Yes, we will
to your
listen.
mentors.
We will listen
Nowadays,
to our
people
elders.
are like, no, we won't work under anyone.
Yeah, I mean, they don't like peer pressure.
Yes.
They like a freedom. They like to choose
Right.
And they
But they
believe
don't
that
know that that's the basic.
that's the
Every
basic.
leader has been
No, every success also.
Yes.
You need a good mentor, a good coach, a good
yes,
guide,
exactly.
and they can be anybody. They can be your parents, they can be
Parents,
your professors, they can
boss,
be
yes.
elderly people in the society,
Even an old
experience who
school
can give
teacher
you.
can be
Yeah.
one of your best mentors.
Yes, even your own friend can be a good
Yes,
guide.
yes.
So
People need to trust each other.
absolutely.
I think when someone tries to make them understand or make them learn things, they feel low rather than feeling, yeah, let me gain the knowledge.
Mm.
I think that's the difference with
Because there's always a comparative right now.
more in
That's
competition than being in team.
Yeah, that's the reason why I said mindset is, I think, the probably a big challenge, right?
Right,
Today in today's
right,
age.
right. All right, ma'am. One more thing I would also like to ask you. What was the entrepreneurships that you have done within the careers, like you mentioned?
Yeah, see, I've been to countries where there is Muslim population.
Right, right.
Of course, I'm a Hindu.
Big countries, yes.
But when I stepped into Middle East,
Yes.
I worked with a organization called Zabil Management Institute of Management, and that was early. I'm talking about my early career areas. They did not have certain career pathways. They wanted to establish it. So my entrepreneurial skill uh, allowed them to come up with establishing or setting up HR departments for them,
So you
training
you have helped
departments
them
for them.
creatively, administratively.
Yes, administratively established departments, and today they have many branches across Middle East. Okay.
Are you still connected with them?
I am. I am still connected with them. In fact, they didn't want me to leave. And I was also not in the race of being, a shareholder or company holder to them. But I felt, they also felt that I have a lot of experience and I'm willing to help them with establishing or setting up these kind of areas. So I started off introducing training for young graduates, having exchange programs with the hotels in Dubai. So and I was the first person who actually started their.
So it was your idea?
Yeah, my idea.
Completely
PT and IELTS examination centers for aspiring youths who want to migrate to different countries and they want to write test examinations. So that was the start. That I also understood that I
You
can
have
do.
the
I have the
potential.
potential and I can do bigger
Yes,
things.
you can do bigger things.
Yeah, so that was start. But then when I went to Papua New Guinea, from Sydney, Australia, I went to Papua New Guinea. I visited Assemblies of God Church, which is the church fraternity, and the pastors readily embraced me. And I think again, it just came. I think probably I
Basically, you
believe
just
that
see a problem and you just solve it.
yeah, the footprints might have been there before. My
You felt
footprints, I
connected.
went there, I felt connected. They wanted to share ideas about starting a home school for the church. Under homeschooling, which happens in America and Europe, I established that they were very happy to give me the principal position as an administrator of the school. But then, the name is under Assemblies of God Church Homeschool. Yeah, and I said no. I will not be a principal of this school because it would add to my
It doesn't count
long
even
long
on the membership.
connectivity.
You have done God's work there.
Yes, in fact today also, I think at that time the students got enrolled were about 300 students, and right till high school level. It's still running. They have about 5 centers now.
They
In
have
different
expanded.
areas expanded, and I think I felt very good after
why
that.
didn't you?
So
Why didn't you stay? You have established such big companies and just did the God's work and just left it.
yeah, I handed it over to them.
Yeah,
I love being a maker, and
So
give
you
it.
don't want the profits.
No, I love making it and then handing it over back to where it belongs.
You have a very big hand because even
Yeah.
me wouldn't have done it. If I could have established a good business,
Yes.
no one would have
Yeah.
it over to
And
someone.
the blessings are every pastor, in big churches, they are still connected to me, and
I think
they
they
keep
can't.
communicating with me, and
And they want to keep you on top.
yeah,
But
and
you
then
are like, no, 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 I'm good.
yeah, so those were things, and then with the National Training Council of the country under the Ministry of Education and Training, I established graduate training programs and established institutions for the hotel.
Graduate training program.
Yes.
Okay.
So the skill shortage. These are countries where you can't expect hotel management 3-year degree how we do in India would be the same there. So it's mostly vocational training or polytechnic.
Okay.
So I made sure that I had to
Like they learn
work very
everything.
hard for 2 years, build up manual, impress the training council that I can establish a training, impress my directors and say we should have this so that we don't face skills shortage, and we should have a hotel school. And we established West New Britain Hospitality
Wow.
Training Academy.
So that they get the perfect training.
Yes, so you can finish your polytechnic, you can finish your undergraduation and come and enroll in the school, and we don't have to search for skilled people for employment.
So
We
India
give
was
them.
more strict on this side, on
Uh,
the management part.
Yes, it was more. It was more. So I've done this kind of things. So
That's beautiful.
community-based things, CSR-based things, and also in my professional areas, I've done these things.
So you are professionally making programs.
I think it's just a passion and interest.
Yeah, you want to help people out.
Yeah,
That's
just
amazing.
this. I think that is what is my probably
Yeah.
my life goal or journey.
It inspired all your careers.
Yes, of course. Yeah. I think through this, I would say, sitting here with you in this podcast,
Yeah.
if you ask me what I would like to tell, I'm telling these stories because it would encourage another person, even to think that
Anyone, yes.
you can do a lot of things, not expecting anything back. But I'm sure the universe, or
Will
God, who is
obviously
the
give you
witness,
back. Yes.
will give you in double folds.
Yes, yes.
So.
You help someone and God will help
Yes,
you.
they will help
That's
you.
the rule.
So I'm happy wherever I am right now because I know that this is also a place of experience. So I will collect experiences from here also. I don't know my
And
next
most importantly,
destination.
you are happy.
I'm happy. I'm happy. I think
That's what matters.
that's
If
what
you
matters.
are happy giving out something to people, that's what matters. You don't need to assist
Absolutely.
anyone else.
Absolutely.
I loved it, ma'am. Like, how can you do this? How can you have such a big idea, establish such big? They have 5 branches, and the first one which you established, they are also a lot of branches.
They. I'm happy. I'm happy that they should keep
You
on.
help so many families.
Yes, yes, it's very nice to do that. Yeah.
They will be fun. Those blessings, nothing can ever compare to the blessings.
Absolutely. I was just sharing with Mrs. Bhattacharya, Purnima Bhattacharya also, about outreach programs that I've done with women and
It's
youth.
great. The
So,
blessings
it's
are
lovely.
tell everything, ma'am. Nothing, you don't have to worry about anything. Okay, ma'am. Let's dive into the next question. In your opinion, what do today's youth need the most? Skill or the mindset?
I think parallelly both.
Parallel.
Parallel both. I wouldn't put that as an option.
Okay.
Skill, which is very
They need to
important.
balance both.
They need to balance. Skill which is important for their careers, and that needs balancing act. And I can call that as a hoopla, right?
Yeah.
Why? Because you can't allow the hoopla to fall.
Fall, yes. You have to balance.
You have to balance it, right?
Right.
And you have to balance it
And
in
keep it
such and
moving.
keep it moving.
Right.
So I would compare that with a hoopla. So
it is a great comparison.
yeah, and if you're talking about the mindset,
Yeah.
I would talk about walking on a rope. That means
Always.
you should not fall.
The balance.
Because if you're walking on a straight rope, it is above the ground,
Right.
and if you look down, you may fall.
You have to be super conscious.
So you have to be conscious
Right.
of the progression that you're walking and how much you have covered. You can't look down.
Yes.
Both.
Great, great. The idea about not looking down, it's great.
Thank you.
No wonder, ma'am, you're writing the book. I'm excited to read it. Okay, ma'am. Can you share a transformation story from your training program or experience? Any student that you were able to help transform?
I've transformed many.
Any
I can't
experience
give you
that
one
personal?
one particular story, but I can tell you one of those stories what
Yes,
transformed.
sure.
I think there was this, a girl who was in Sydney, and at that time I was working, and she had a lot of problems with, what do you call it, as nervousness.
Okay.
I mean, anything that she would think of, hardly a 14-year-old girl, and whatever, and parents were finding it very difficult to take a decision what exactly. In Australia or in countries like America, they have several centers, rehabilitation, where they can do a lot of good to the children, and they can find directions. But because the parents were very friendly with me and they knew me, they knew what position I was working, so they felt that I could actually help them, or be. So the first thing that allowed me is to take her to many different places of interest, talk to her, give a lot of time to her.
So being comfortable.
Comfortable, not only being comfortable, but then I discovered that it's not the set career path that she would be interested in. I think it was more about she loves painting and she loves drawing. Nowadays careers are not limited to only particular
Particular,
streams.
yeah, streams. Anything you're good at, you can make
Anything
a career.
you're good at
Yeah.
would be great. I think she started painting, and I've allowed her paintings by advocating her paintings to different places, and I've allowed her paintings to be on exhibitions and things like that. I think
That motivated
that
her.
motivated her, and then she also joined in every type of outreach programs that I've been, and she would
Started
be
being
my
confident.
constant companion.
Wow.
This is one. There has been National Broadcast Radio Corporation in Papua New Guinea, when they heard about my CSR projects with the pediatric ward of the hospitals in local level governments. Uh, I did a Christmas program, not one year, but almost every year, in the children's ward, because there were children suffering from HIV/AIDS, malaria, children dying from, not because of the diseases, because there are places that other islands that parents would bring their children into main areas, and I remember that this movement of mine, my company also um, never stopped in recognizing me as one of the greatest leadership act in CSR projects. Also, the community women and the churches recognized me, and they have given me a lot of
I mean, moving
access to a lot of things. Today I'm planning to write a book on Papua New Guinea. Today means I've already started writing since last year. Since last year, it's been almost about 8 months or more, 7 to 8 months.
How long would it take? Is it
Um,
almost done?
no, with the busy schedule that I have
Yes,
here,
yes.
I think probably 2 years should be good enough.
Also, ma'am, lastly, I would like to know about the book that you have been writing since 1 year, right?
Yeah, 8 months.
8 months, yeah.
Yeah.
So we are hoping that by next year it would be done. So the book name is Swans of Time, and it is based on a woman. Women are multifaceted. Women can work. Women can do a lot of things. It's based on women empowerment and leadership. So, ma'am, I would love to know a little about the book, please.
Yeah, I'm being hopeful and very happy when you read my book. I'm only keeping cross fingered that I'll be able to do it as soon as possible.
I really wanna. I'm like telling you to hurry up, ma'am. Don't.
Swans are representatives of, or you can say symbolization of women.
Right.
And why not peacock? Why I have chosen swans? because swans basically live to 80 years. They choose a they choose their mate,
Yes.
and
They're very
you,
loyal.
they're loyal.
Yes.
You can trust them.
Yes.
The very basic nature of swans is wherever they step into water, you can hardly see any ripples.
Right. Very slow.
Very calm, and they can be afloat for a long, long time. And yet, these are animal instincts, or their habitat in nature, that they are the ones who can change or transform their habitat very easily also, but they would never lose grip of their life partner,
Right.
or they would never forget their homes. These innate qualities are represented even in Upanishads, and I have read Hamsa Upanishad, not fully, but still I'm still researching, still reading. Hamsa have variants. Like Upanishad has mentioned something like the Swarna Hamsa. You have the Shwet Hamsa. You have the Neel Hamsa, which is represented by Saraswati goddess.
Yes.
So wherever you have Shweta, then it's moon. It's waxing and waning.
Yes.
Change of mindset.
Yes.
So every representation. You also have red color of the Hamsa. So Upanishads don't say that Hamsa are red in color or blue in color. They mean to say like the seven colors. Like the seven colors, there are traits, and there is a balance, perfection of balance and blending of adaptability, of transformation, of changes, and yet being steady. Woman is a representation of that symbolization. So I've taken swans and not a peacock or a parrot.
Right.
Because here in this
Swans
book,
are exceptionally beautiful.
they are beautiful, and
Okay, ma'am. So you have been in the leadership line for so long. Okay. What are the myths that you face that people might be saying about leadership?
myths about leadership. See, this leadership comes from it is existing in everybody, okay, and it only needs empowerment. So the myths, if you're talking about people who are not empowered with that particular leadership skill, they believe that they are not capable of that leadership.
Okay.
If you ask me in simple words,
Okay.
leadership has many theories.
Okay.
If you transform from your state of mind to the next to be better, if you want that transformation has made you a better individual, then it is self leadership.
Okay.
You have done things, put an effort to your own goals.
Right.
When you do it for public, then you're showing your innate qualities, and you lead, you inspire, you motivate. So the myths that you're talking about, people say everybody cannot be a leader. This is a myth.
Yeah, right.
Everybody cannot be a
Right.
leader.
It's like no, not everyone can be a leader.
Leader. Leadership has many faces. Somewhere or other, every human being is capable of leadership.
Right.
But when you say strategic leadership, but when you say it is that leadership which is not everybody's plate of food, then that myth is considered that everybody is not meant for leadership. But otherwise, it's an innate quality, and leadership can transform from one part of its form to another part of its form.
Right. So to some point, it's true.
Yes, it is true, the myth that I can be the leader as much as you are, when it is under comparison.
Right.
When it is not under comparison,
Everyone is a leader of their
the
own.
myth does not exist.
Right.
I believe so.
No, completely. Everyone can be a leader of
Everybody
their
can be a
own.
leader.
Right, but everyone can't lead a whole crowd.
No,
Yeah, that's the
because it's the power of your own self. You want to convert yourself or you want to convert a crowd? Wherever you want to show your leadership, you match your goals.
Right.
Where people get influenced, where people get inspired, is the leadership.
Right.
If you're able to motivate, is the leadership. So the myth is, you can do it, I cannot do it. But I'm able to do things in leadership with my personal goals. You're able to do it with a group of people. That's the difference.
More in self-belief.
It's more in self-belief. It's just that you believe what you are and you go with your leadership activities to improvise yourself.
Right.
Then myths don't exist.
Beautifully explained, ma'am. Next, ma'am, I would like I asked you about soft skills, and you said soft skills are something that a quality that is already
Innate
within a
in you.
person.
Yes.
Right. So, ma'am, which soft skills do you believe are most critical for employers?
Critical thinking.
Critical thinking. Okay.
Yeah. Adaptability.
Adaptability.
Yeah. They are complex.
So if these are the
And
most
if you,
required.
they are
Okay.
they are complex. But I think if you ask me which is the most challenging,
Yes.
I would say managing time.
Man, true. True. Till the
Yeah.
date, yes, it's
Managing time.
even I am not able to manage time properly.
Yeah. So today's situation, I think if you look at the corporate part of it,
Yeah.
where people are working, if you look at educational part of it or within our personal lives, I think the most challenging is managing time. And that is something which I think every
Everyone,
individual
yes,
needs
will
to
agree.
improvise. And
True, true.
I think that's the challenge.
Everyone knows.
And that is a soft skill that everyone needs to improve on.
True.
And it is not in academic, it's not taught in academic schools.
It's not taught. They just told us one line: early to bed and early to rise.
Yes, I think that stands true.
That's
That stands true, but it is not practiced today because a lot of people, lot of youth today have a crisis of time management because the social media has keeps them awake through the night. They are actually more of night owling.
Yes.
So when I'm teaching in college, I always have students understand that, see, you try to learn a lot of leadership, decision making, adaptability, communication, all are soft skills.
Right.
You are good in everything. You need to allow them to shine. You rub them. Even if you rub a coal, it can become a diamond.
True.
Right?
Yes.
So I think the challenge is that, but soft skills means an innate quality, either people are naturally born with it.
Right.
It just needs sharpening and it needs direction and guidance. So I tell my students that if you go to your workplace, what you do today, you will not be able to do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you come late to class and say that I'm very sorry, I'm late, okay, you may not be able to do that because you'll be fired instantly. Right?
Right.
So who is teaching you at that point of time? Your parents are not in that scenario. We are not in that scenario as professors. Even your mentors and coaches are not. So who is the guru at that point of time? It's you.
Yourself.
Because you have self-learned it.
Right. And the most and the last question, ma'am, I will not annoy you with all my questions.
No, I'm not at all annoyed. It's great talking to you on this.
I would love to know, ma'am, how did your role evolve from like you were in academics? How did it evolve into leadership? Did you know it? Did you feel it? Like I can do this?
We were
Did
just
you get an opportunity?
Yeah, we were just talking about how I started off with my career.
Yes.
I wanted to be a doctor and then I became a hotelier. I think so. Educational leadership has been my parallel career all along hotel operations that I have endeavored in my careeristic journey.
So you were alongside you had
Alongside, no, I had that. I showed leadership. I have done it. I've established, made people believe I can do it. I was awarded prizes and awards for it.
So you have shown it.
So what came as a persuasion letter was, I chose education today because I have had significant contributions during my career life of being in hotel operations. Motivated a lot of youth and women, lot of outreach programs I have done. So I've done my debuts there.
Yes, you have done your contribution.
Yeah. So I feel now is the time to be part of the flock where young minds would learn from me.
Right.
They could hear my experiences and understand